But thanks to the cell phone, he could call me at any time, day or night, and we could talk. And if he got in an emergency, he could call. So I lived, my prop in a way is the cell phone. I lived with this kind of underlying anxiety that the phone would ring at any time. Now sometimes he generally called at the worst possible times. It was just like amazing. I could be standing up to tell a story or a talk or something, the phone would ring, or I would be in a situation where that would be his ringtone. So he had a certain ringtone, and I would answer. So one time, I had just gotten off a plane. I have a 3-year-old daughter. I tried to get HR to lend me his baby for the prop, but he wasn't so good with it. So imagine I have a 3-year-old who's heavier, and in the last 20 minutes of the flight, she's fallen asleep and just become dead weight on my body. And then she's completely let go and peed all over me. And so finally I'm getting off the plane and smiling at the people because I smell kind of like urine. And I'm kind of carrying her in this huge bundle, and I've got a wheelie suitcase, and the phone is ringing in my pocket. And it's like, and I don't want to answer it, I don't need to answer it, but it keeps ringing over and over and over again. And finally I answer it, and it's my brother Jim. And he says, Chuck, I gotta talk to you. I'm in a bad situation. And I'm like, so am I. Well, can I call you in like 20 minutes? No, I'm inside my car, and there's a police officer outside the car. I said, well, where are you? I'm in Leland, which is a town in Michigan where we grew up, this tiny little rural town, but he lives in Ann Arbor. So I'm like, why are you there? Well, I just drove up here. And what happened? He said, well, I got into a fight at the Bluebird, which is the one bar in town. I'm like, okay. So I said, some cop is outside the car. I said, well, is it Fred? You know, there's only like 2 cops in the town. He says, it's Fred. I said, okay, hand Fred your phone. So he hands Fred, he rolls down his window and hands Fred the phone. Here, talk to my brother. So I said, so again, I'm standing here, I got the heavy baby, and Fred, this is Chuck, Jim's brother. He did what? Okay, yeah, I know, I understand, you're upset. And he hasn't opened the door to the car, yeah, I understand. Listen, he is not doing so well right now. He's kind of, has his ups and downs, and Fred, could you not take him to the jail? Could you take him to the hospital? Okay, thanks a lot, man. Okay, give me the phone back to Jim. Okay, Jim, listen, Fred is going to take you to the hospital. He's not going to, you're okay, everything's fine. So, that was one call. Most of the time, however, the calls were just, you see, I managed his money, so he needed to ask me for things. So another time, again, it's not a convenient time, but I should say a thing about my brother, he had a lot of income-generating ideas. A lot of, like, get-rich-quick schemes. So one time he calls, and I answer, and this is often the conversation. I'd say, hi, Jim. Listen, I have a minute. What's up? Well, Chucky, listen. I got this idea. See, I'm working on my screenplay, and Spielberg wants it, but what I really need to do is buy this software so you can put the screenplay into the top-notch